Hey guys, what's going on? It's Carl here, back with another episode. It is review time again, checking out a smartphone. This has just come out. This is the OnePlus 5. This is my 72-hour review, as this has been my daily driver for 3 days. 72 hours. I think I got my math right. So the OnePlus lineups have really been an enthusiast and community-driven smartphone. Not too many people, I'm gonna expand that realm to the outside of the tech scene, know about OnePlus phones yet, but they are slowly making headway, and more people are looking at these guys, as we've seen with a couple lineups, and just the overall hype around OnePlus has been exploding over the past couple years. This is the successor to the 3T, and what most people have been saying, yeah, it kind of does look like an iPhone, but then again, we've got multiple phones that do. This isn't the first copycat, it isn't the last, so deal with it. There are only so many ways you can make a smartphone with a dual lens camera that has premium aluminum back that is matte black, my favorite colorway. Switching to the front, which is the area that you look at the phone 98% of the time, this is where the OnePlus 5 has got a lot of flack. The display is 5.5 inches and only 1080p. And for me, that isn't too big of a deal breaker right out of the box, and as I've used this for the past 3 days, it's really hard to notice. One of the things that I actually really like is how small you can change the text to, and I really haven't found a smartphone where I can have text this small. Maybe I've got razor sharp eyes, but to me, I think the display is great and doesn't really warrant a 1440p panel, just my opinion. On the flip side though, the design of the display, especially when you compare it to some of the bezel-less phones that we've seen, like the S8, like the LG G6, I'm not gonna say that this phone looks dated, but maybe the word basic comes to mind. Basic can be good though, just maybe not as eye-catching as other flagships we've seen this year. To me though, the biggest fault of the OnePlus 5, maybe that's just my lifestyle, the phone is not waterproof, IP ratings are nowhere to be seen, so pool parties, taking this to the bar, keep this away from beer, just gotta be more careful. Something which I've grown used to with, say, my iPhone, my S8. I think that's a pretty big fault which not too many people have mentioned in the reviews, something definitely to consider when you're grabbing this. Underneath the hood though, this is where things start to get great again and put a giant grin on my face. We've got the Snapdragon 835 Adreno 540 GPU, 6 to 8 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage. This thing is a beast internally. Anything that you throw at it, coupled with a 1080p display, whizzes through without any problems, and I haven't had one hint of lag on the interface. Plus, good naming mechanism here, OnePlus, it still has that near stock Android-like feel, so everything that you throw at it, buttery smooth, buttery quick, and no bloatware, just the way I like it. No bloating. Not superficial. And the biggest thing that OnePlus has been pushing on the OnePlus 5 is this little guy at the back, which is the dual camera. We've got two different sensors, a 16 megapixel and 20 megapixel for all your portrait mode shots. And to round up the review, I've been impressed but not blown away. Just like the iPhone 7 Plus with its dual lens camera, it's kind of a hit or miss sometimes with how sharp that you can get the portrait shots. Still kind of get that fuzziness around the outside depending what you're taking a picture of, but on all of the good shots that I've gotten, they've been great, awesome. The not so good shots have naturally not been good either. It's just a good camera overall, not exceptional or mind-blowing. You can be the judge from my sample shots, and maybe it wouldn't be the main reason why I would grab the OnePlus 5, even though OnePlus seems to think so. I've got an entire booklet, dual camera, clear photos. What I personally think the best features are of the OnePlus 5 are things that may have been from older generations, just like the alert slider, which still continues to exist, and I love switching that, especially when I'm at work. No notifications and my boss isn't looking at me, / my phone isn't going off when I'm in meetings. Super handy to have. Dash charging is the second feature, super handy, especially if you're a heavy user. It does have a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which should easily last you all day, unless you are endlessly scrolling on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, that circle. Plug this guy in, USB-C on the bottom with what's been included, and it should juice and charge up very quickly. And the last point which I'll talk about, because I'm still on the fence, is the price of the OnePlus 5, which starts at $479. I would have loved, absolutely loved to have seen this enter at maybe $399, and OnePlus has always been known for being somewhat budget-friendly smartphones. They've kind of gone up and up as the years have gone on, and now it's still relatively cheap, especially for the specs that you're getting. If you compare that to the S8, LG G6, naturally the iPhone 7/7 Plus, it is still way cheaper, but there are cheaper phones out there, and at $399, I think that would have been a great entry point for the OnePlus 5. Regardless, I still think the OnePlus 5 is an awesome smartphone. Encourage all of you to check it out as it comes available over the next couple of weeks. If you guys like this video, be sure to smash that like button, sub to the channel as I've got some pretty sweet content coming over the next week to two, all the time. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.